shit. It's 1,000. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Shit, you count it. Spin the check and get it right back.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Eazyy TV bringing you guys another Division 2 video. Right now, as you guys can see for the title, did we get finessed by Massive, or, and if you want to say, did we get lied to by Massive? And I mean the people who have like that spent like $100, $120 dark zone versions to get all the exclusive stuff that other people wouldn't be able to get from the pre-orders and what we had bought. So from my understanding, from what I heard from PTS, is that all the new missions that we were supposed to get for year one content, people on PTS are already able to play. So if you're on PTS, you can play this no matter if it's year one content, and it shouldn't be like that. Before I get into the patch notes, I just want to touch on that a little bit. I kind of feel that they're fucking themselves over in a sense that everything everything going on in the game right now, from the bugs, the glitches, to the manhunt systems, to people glitching stuff in the dark zone, everything that's going bad with the game right now, stale content. You guys make the collective decision. I don't know who decision this was, but the collective decision to put the content exclusively that we were promised in PTS so everybody else can play it. I just don't understand that. I don't know. That wasn't the right move in my opinion. But you know, they're gonna keep fucking themselves over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, we got some good updates coming out. I heard also from Epic Slayers, because I watched Epic Slayers video. If you guys haven't, man, make sure y'all go subscribe to him. He come with all the news. So I heard they're lowering the time to kill to counter the shotgun meta of what's going now. So in a sense, I believe I heard correctly that they're lowering the time to kill, and then they're not nerfing really the shotguns, but they're making everything else like stronger to fight against the shotguns, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that one. If anybody knows what it exactly is, you can put it down in the comment section. But I think it's something in that order for what's coming up for TU5. Hopefully that is the case. As you guys saw, I put out a shotgun build, but I am not a shotgun user. I make every single thing in the game that I can, from tanks, shotguns, rifle builds, everything that I can make. So I don't try to keep myself in a bubble. All right. But let's get into the rest of the patch notes. So from episode 1 PTS, I will have this link in the description. We're not going to go over everything, but we will go over some of the key stuff. So right here, it looked like we got 2 new main missions, which everybody is already playing. So that's the Manny National Zoo and the Camp White Oak. We already seen these like previews kind of in the trailer already with the zoo and stuff like that. So this is what people is playing right now. And this is supposed to be exclusively like year one stuff, if I'm not mistaken, for the people who have the stuff, and everybody's already able to play this. I think this is kind of wrong in a sense, but you know, who am I? All right. We got new expeditions. Expeditions are free events that bring players to unexplored locations around DC. So yeah, this is just a new exploration, expedition, I'm sorry, in the game. So we got new classified assignments. We got aquarium and data center, or whatever you want to call it. That's new assignments. So for the people who don't know what the assignments is, it's those like blue missions, which I still haven't did my 2, so I'll probably have like 4 of these up. Shepherd reward system call for backup. I'm not reading that. All right, so the raid added discovery difficulty to the Washington National Airport raid. Okay, added raid completion time to clan leaderboards. This leaderboard ranks clans based on how quickly they were able to complete the raid as a clan only party. Okay, so for that right there, a lot of people, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, for the people that get the raid done like super fast, not talking about like WIDs or or Sleepy or any one of them dudes, because they show theirs from beginning to end. A lot of the people that's on that fast timer board, what they do is they come in as a full clan and somebody already has that Razorback checkpoint. And what they do is they do the Razorback checkpoint, and it I think it used to register like that. I'm not sure if it's like that, but that's how they got their time up there. But it's crazy how people try to, finesse the system in a sense. All right. It says the discovery difficulty level of raid would not drop the Eagle Bear. All right. So a lot of people had their hopes up for that. Oh, we get the Eagle Bear. We get the Eagle Bear. When you in discovery, like they're basically teaching you the steps of the raid. They're not going to put their most prized possession in the raid in discovery mode. They're going to make you play the raid completely. Like you have to do the normal raid to be able to get a chance at the Eagle Bear. So for the people who thought, oh, matchmaking coming, and it's not really matchmaking, it's discovery difficulty to teach you guys, you will not be able to touch that Eagle Bear. Also, from what I've seen with the heroics, the heroic bosses drop exotics now as well. Those bosses will not be dropping the Eagle Bear. So you can cancel that as well. So if anybody was coming back for the Eagle Bear trying to get in those things, you ain't gonna get it. You might end up leaving again, but it's not happening. All right. It says final loot rewards will be revealed closer to the release of episode 1. I'm pretty sure it's going to be raid gear sets that we get, like tip of the spear and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure it's going to be those rewards and a few other things. All right, exotics. We got a new exotic, the Diamondback exotic rifle. It's a lever action rifle, 5-round magazine, 100 RPM. It has antagonizing bite. Diamondback randomly marks an enemy. Hitting that enemy consumes the mark, guaranteeing a critical hit plus 20% total damage. Not bad. A new random enemy is marked afterwards and whenever you reload. Okay, that's not bad at all. Deep Fangs. After hitting 5 marked enemies, gain plus 50% reload speed, 20% total damage, and all shots fired are guaranteed critical hits for 10 seconds. That's beast. I like that right there. That's beast right there, because if you hit 5 enemies, you get 50% reload speed. So you reload fast as hell. You get an additional plus 20% damage, and all shots fired between that range are definitely critical hits for 10 seconds. People are going to have a fucking crit build. I'm telling y'all, they are going to have a blast with this gun, and I'm definitely going to be one of those people putting out a crit build with this. Shedding skin. While drawn, each time a round is loaded, gain 20% bonus armor for 3 seconds, while holster each time you reload or cycle your current weapon, gain 8% bonus armor for 2 seconds. All right, that's not bad at all. They just trying to get you some more armor. All right, we got new exotic gloves, BTSU exotic gloves that are black touch gloves. They have elemental gadry. I don't know how to say that. Gauge tree, whatever that is. Skills that apply status effect gain 50% status effect during duration plus 50% skill haste. So with that being said, skill haste now, I'm glad they put skill haste in there instead of cooldown reduction. Gosh, the only thing skill haste is, it's cooldown reduction. It's the same thing. Nothing changed. It's just the name. In Division 1, we had skill haste. Division 2, we had skill haste, but the main thing was cooldown reduction. If you guys haven't noticed, one of the talents that you can get on the mask, I believe, or something like that, was skill. It was a talent that give you skill haste, which meant people were confused. In a sense, cooldown reduction. That's exactly what it was. So in the game, they had skill haste talent, and then they had cooldown reduction, which is the same exact thing. Nothing different, all right? Energy fusion. Whenever you apply a status effect, your gloves become infused infused with that for 60 seconds. While infused, you gain 10% skill damage, 10% skill healing and repairing, plus 10% skill duration for each utility, yellows, batteries on your gear. All right, so these gloves are basically electronics gloves. These are like for skill builds, healing, and all that stuff. So yeah, those gloves are not bad at all. Charge proxies. Whenever you throw a skill 1.25 seconds after landing, it creates an explosion, applying the infused status effect to all enemies within 6 meters. Enemies affected by this by the infused status effect take 50% more damage from skills. All right, so I can see this being useful in a sense with, you know, skill builds and stuff like that. And they said explosion, so I'm guessing you can do probably like explosive damage somewhere in between here, something like that. Just getting a general idea of what's going on. All right, heroic bosses now drop exotics, only exotics that the player is qualified for. For world drop exotics, it requires that the player has to drop previously. So you have to have, like, let's say for like the sweet dreams, you got to already have the sweet dreams. That's what it looked like. And then when you have it, it can drop at that, you know, at whatever it is, which is kind of crazy. I wouldn't want to make you guys already have it to get it. Especially if it's not like a raid exclusive. It should be a free pool of exotics, because it's not too many exotics in the game like that. It's not a lot of exotics in the game. So I don't know what was the purpose behind that. So the purpose of dropping these is allowed to a chance to get gear score 500 variants without upgrading, or get materials to upgrade other exotics. I understand that. That's smart. These exotics can be team shared to other players. Exclusive exotics, for example, the Eagle Bear from Washington National Airport, will not be part of the exotic loot pool. I said that I already knew that, you know, that wasn't going to happen. The new weapons that we have is a new assault rifle called the Carbon 7. It has a 30-round mag, 790 on the RPM. The talents is all called Overflowing. Every 3 reloads from empty increases magazine capacity by 100%. Now, with that being said, where is it going to stand between the P416, the AKM, the Eagle Bear? Is it going to be, you know, under the Eagle Bear, under the P416, as in like some of the, because I know a lot of people are using it in PTS. If anybody that's in PTS that uses this gun, please comment down below and tell me how does this gun feel? How hard does it hit? The aims, because I don't get to touch it. I don't have the PTS and none of that stuff. So y'all let me know how they go. All right, we got a new light machine gun. It's called the Stoner LMG. Now, I heard about this one. Me and Craig was talking about this one for PvE. So you got 580 on the RPM, which is low, but it is higher than the M60, because the M60 is at 550. And then you have 200 on the mag capacity. So you get 200 bullets. By default roles with talent, you got Overwhelmed. Suppressing an enemy that is not currently suppressed grants 5% weapon damage for 10 seconds. And then it says max stack is 5. All right, so let's read that again. Suppressing an enemy that is not currently suppressed grants 5% weapon damage for 10 seconds, and the max stack is 50. So you can 5. So you can stack what, 5% 5 times? That's great for what, 10 seconds, but it has to be on enemies that's not suppressed already. So if you suppress one and then you suppress another one, that's dope. That's going to be a good PvE LMG right there for sure. All right, we got weapon mods, added flashlight attachments for pistols. Look, add flashlights for everything. Add flashlights for the gear. You feel me? Like put flashlights on it for the gear, man. Like we need, it's dark in this game. The game is real dark. All right. I'm not gonna go through all this because we already talked about the skills, and a lot of you guys know about this. You guys can come and, you know, read this if you want to. I have the patch notes for the skill haste. Like I said, it's all the same. It just changed the name and still give you cooldown reduction, all that stuff up. It's the same exact thing. All right. So you guys can read that if you want to. Specialization kill mods. skill mods. Let's see. I'm not reading that. The hive. I'm not reading the hive. I don't care about the turret. The pulse. Now I like the pulse, so I'm gonna go to the pulse. Skill haste increase from 60% to 100 plus 20%. Plus 200%. Remote pulse. Skill haste variant added. All right, so this just look like it's getting like increased buffs. That's all it is. Skill haste buffs, charging buffs, cone buffs for the gunner specialist, seeker mines, everything. All this stuff is getting buffs. All this stuff. I'm not going to go through all that because that's a lot. It's actually a lot to go to. So for crafting, the crafting bench is now upgradable and will then allow to craft gear up to score 500. Thank God. All right. It will require 1 gun and 1 gear piece of 490 gear score higher to build, and after that, the player can craft gear score 500 items. All right, so make sure y'all got y'all 490 stuff that y'all don't need to be able to do this on the release for this update. Deconstructing high-end gear pieces now predictably grants brand materials. That's what's up. Because sometimes when you deconstructed a brand, it wouldn't give you the one piece that you need for arcade or a D&H or anything like that. It'd just be empty. But then when you did break down another piece of that, it would give you to you. So I hope that's fixed. Blueprints that were previously only on projects, control points, or weekly vendors are now shared in all 3 sources. This means if you're looking for a blueprint that used to be on projects, you can grind alert level 3 or 4 control points. Players can now recalibrate crafted gear weapons as gear and weapons, as well as use them as a source for recalibration. This is one of the most important things that they put on this whole patch thing. The recalibration in this game was fucking broken. It was terrible. Now, since you can craft stuff instead of going to try to go find a gun, you can craft, and then you can get the rolls that you want. And if you have a gun that one of those, you know, it's a roll on one of those guns that you don't like for assault rifle. Let's say instead of a leg roll, you got like a magazine capacity and you want a leg roll on like a police M4 or something, and it's on one of your purple guns or purple assault rifles or gold assault rifles. You can take that off and put it on that recalibrated piece that you that piece that you crafted for recalibration. So that is dope. I like that. All right. Vendor, Cassie now sells 500 gear score items. About time, because she's like a fucking name / you know, so-called exotic seller. She's supposed to been selling stuff at 500. Everything that she sold was supposed to be at 500. I don't know why they just now putting this into the game. All right. I'm not doing the NPCs, audio, location, bug fixes. We're not going through all that. All right, so we had a few key little things up in here. I don't know why they did this, but you got the raid. We got new weapons coming, new missions. This weapon right here, skill buffs. The flashlight thing really don't mean nothing to me. We got all these new buffs right here coming to those skills, the vendor, and all that stuff. Crafting especially. This is the most important thing for me out of all this right here. I will, like I said, I have the description. In the description, I will have the let me go ahead and copy that for y'all now. I will have the link in the description for these patch notes. These patch notes can change. PTS go through like 2 or 3 weeks of changing stuff. So right now, this is what we have, but it could change next week. It could change the week after. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Give me some feedback on what you guys think for the next update for what you guys have seen. Also leave a thumbs up on the video. As always, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you guys know when I drop content. It's your boy Eazyy TV, and I'm out.